Hi guys, welcome back to another video where I will be doing another graphite drawing. Now going into this artwork, I had a fairly long break without doing any drawing, for me at least. It was about 2 weeks, I did other art, but I felt a little out of practice when it came to this drawing. But anyway, this drawing is of a hare and it took me hours to find a reference photo that I was happy with, but in the end I found one on iStock. So once I had chosen my reference photo, I downloaded it and printed it off in black and white. As you can probably see, this was another drawing that I used my lightbox for because it's just 100 times faster. So after I had my sketch down, I started the drawing with the eye. The process for this drawing is the exact same as all my other drawings, so it didn't take me too long to get back into the flow of things. With the eye in, I slowly work my way out and begin that fur texture. I do come back right at the end of the drawing off camera to darken the eye slightly, but it's always best to go lighter rather than darker. I do find a lot of the time it's hard to get the value correct the first time when you are starting a drawing, as you are starting on a white piece of paper, so that will naturally make the values look darker as they are contrasting against the white. Now on this scale, the fur texture can be quite difficult as you need to keep the pencil super sharp. I think on the video it's a bit deceiving, but this is a relatively small drawing, and the hair itself isn't much bigger than my hand. So on this sort of scale, there is only so much detail you can fit in. I definitely want to do some much larger drawings at some point, and I do have some ideas, but I have a few more to complete on this size before I can get started with some larger drawings. I honestly don't know what my next drawing will be, but it's going to be the start of my summer series. And there will be some other videos before then, probably an acrylic painting, as I did try some new things with my last one which seemed to work really well, and I just want to make sure that wasn't just a fluke. Maybe I'll do a big cat actually, like a lion, or a meerkat. I feel like I'm just thinking about African wildlife, but I suppose they are hot climate animals, so it kind of works for summer. Anyway, back to the drawing. I'm now starting to work my way up to the ears, and I'm using an electric eraser, or I was just using one, and I use that quite a bit in this piece. It works quite well, but I just wish I could get a thinner line with it. But again, working on a bigger scale would help with that. I also use a bit of the embossing technique like I've shown in a lot of my past drawings, and that did make me think. I call it embossing, and I think everyone else who uses this technique does too, but technically it's debossing, as I'm indenting the paper. Embossing would be the opposite. But oh well, I'm still going to call it embossing. Now there is a dark section at the top of this ear that I use my Pitt matte pencils for, but it doesn't end up looking very dark on camera as I think the light was in a bad spot and causing some reflection. But in the next clip you will see that my darks are actually dark. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of graphite, it's going to be slightly reflective. And the Pitt matte pencils do definitely help cut down the reflection, but it doesn't eliminate them. Now, I don't know what else to say about this piece, so I'm going to leave you to watch the rest of my process. Thanks for watching.